안녕하세요 여러분, 반갑습니다. 제라도입니다. So in this lesson, we are going to introduce how to say from A to B when talking about locations and from A until B when talking about time. Also, how to say from someone and to someone when referring to people. If you're ready to study with me, then gacha! Okay, so if we look at the big picture, eso and buto means from. But eso is more often associated with locations, while buto is associated more often with time. But we can still use buto to mean from anyway. Okay, so like all other particles, eso and buto are attached after noun. Okay, so let's have some example for easy understanding. Okay, so Philippine eso and Philippine buto. So these two examples both mean from from Philippines in English. As I said, you can use buto to mean from also. Okay, so another example. So in our second example, we have jigong buto and jigong meso. Okay, so jigong buto is correct, while jigong meso is wrong. Okay, so this is wrong because, as I said, eso is more often associated with locations only. Okay, while buto, we can use this to mean from for both locations and time. Okay, so we cannot use eso to mean from when referring about time. Okay, so let's have some more examples. Okay, so we have here 식당에서 and 식당 buto. So in English, it means from restaurant. Okay, and we also have here suyuer buto and suyuer heso. So from Wednesday. Okay, so they both mean from Wednesday. And we also have here OJ eso and OJ buto. So in English, it means from yesterday. Okay, so also Tusuguan eso and Tusuguan buto. So from library. Okay, so 식당 eso, 식당 buto. Okay, they are both correct. Okay, so to mean from, we can use eso and buto. Okay, so from restaurant. Okay, so we have second example, suyuer buto and suyuer heso. Suyuer buto is correct, while suyuer heso is wrong. Okay, so we cannot use eso to mean from when referring to time. Okay, so another example, we have OJ eso, OJ buto. Okay, so OJ eso, si OJ is a time adverb, so we cannot use eso. So OJ buto is the correct answer. Last example, we have Tusuguan eso and Tusuguan buto. These two examples are correct. Okay, so eso and buto can mean from when referring to location. Okay, so let's move on now to kaji So it means to or until in English. Okay, so we have kaji. So in English, it means to or until. Similar to eso and buto, kaji are attached after noun. Okay, so after nouns. And you can use this when you want to talk about locations and time. Okay, so let's have some example. So we have here Philippine kaji to Philippines, oji kaji since yesterday, jigum kaji since now, and soyur kaji since Wednesday. Okay, so we can use kaji to mean to or until for both locations and time. Okay, so example number 1, we have Korean A에서 한국까지, and then Philippine-부터 한국까지. So from Philippines to Korea, so these examples are both correct. Okay, so we can use eso in buto to mean to in English when referring to location. So kaji is not an issue here because we use kaji to mean to or from when referring to location. So this example is correct. Another example. So example number 2, we have 오지부터 지금까지, and then 어제에서 지금까지. So here 오지부터 지금까지 is correct, while 어제에서 지금까지 is not correct. We cannot use eso when referring to time. Okay, so that's why this sentence is not correct. Okay, so more example. Okay, so example 3, we have 아침에서 저녁까지, 아침부터 저녁까지. So 아침에서 저녁까지 is, so this is not right. This is not correct. While 아침부터 저녁까지 is correct. Okay. So we cannot use eso here because our noun is not a location, because so that's why this is incorrect. Okay, so before we proceed to another lesson, let's have some quick recap. Okay, so eso in buto in English it means from. So eso is more associated with locations, while and buto is more associated with time. Okay, but we can use buto also here in locations. Okay, but we cannot use eso to mean from when referring to time. Okay, so this is not possible. So kaji in English it means to or until, and we can use this for both locations and time. Okay, so we don't have a problem here. Okay, so that's all for eso, buto, and kaji. So let's proceed now on how to say to someone and from someone. Okay, so let's proceed to hante and A한테서. So in English, hante means to or from someone, okay? While A한테서 means from someone. Okay, so from only. Okay, so there are words that have the same characteristics as hante and hanteso. So it's ige and igeso. Okay, so but ige and igeso though hante, ige, hanteso, and igeso have similar meanings in English, ige and igeso are mainly used in written language. Okay, so ige and igeso also more formal sounding than hante and hanteso. So hante and hanteso is more common in spoken Korean. Okay, so let's have some example. Okay, so we have this example. So 친구한테 means to a friend or from a friend. Okay, so the question here now is, what is really the difference between hanteso and hante? Okay, actually you can use either hante or hanteso. The only difference here, is that by adding so, okay, so by adding so, it becomes more clear. Okay, so hanteso specifies that it is from someone or from me. Okay, so let's have another example. Okay, so before we proceed to this example, let me just remind you that we cannot use hante or hanteso to this kind of example. Okay, so Philippine hante or Philippine hanteso. Okay, so this is completely incorrect. Okay, so you cannot use these words about objects or locations. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, we have eso and buto. Okay, so from this example, we can conclude that the meaning of hante in English is from. Okay, we cannot say I receive a gift to a friend. Okay, so it's I receive a gift from a friend. Okay, so because of our verb here, padasoyo, so base form patta, meaning to receive. Okay, so we have to look first at our verb for us to be able to identify the real meaning of hante in English. Okay, so by adding so here, so hanteso, so 친구 한테서 선물을 받았어요. So by adding so here, it just specify that it is from a friend, 친구. Okay, so because of so, it becomes more clear. So hante or ige, it means in English to or from someone, while hanteso and igeso, in English it means from someone. Okay, hante and hanteso are common in speaking Korean, while ige and igeso used in written language. Okay, so by using hanteso, it specifies that it is from someone. Okay, so we can use either hante or hanteso. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, so this ends our discussion for today. If you want to study with me next time, please don't forget to like and subscribe. 그럼 다음에 봐. 맞다네.